Hello, everybody.
And we're live. Hello, everybody.
Good morning and happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. It's episode 21?
I think so.
Episode 21 of Friday Live with Husbands That Cook. And it is a special early edition today. It is just 10 a.m. Pacific instead of our usual noon time. We have Luisa joining us from Spain. Hola, Luisa.
We have a good reason for switching the times from 12 o'clock to 10 a.m. Would you like to tell us why are we doing it 2 hours earlier today?
So some of you may know that I also do acting work as well as being a food blogger, and I booked a role on a TV show, and it's filming today. I'm not allowed to say which one yet, unfortunately.
And that's twice in a month. He's booked two roles on a TV show, so I am super proud.
Oh, thank you.
So after the show today, he's going to be taking off and filming a surprise secret TV show that we'll be announcing to you very soon.
Yes, I'm sorry to tease, but I will give you all the information as soon as I can, and I'll tell you when it's airing so you can see it, and it should be really, really fun.
And the other thing that's really cool, so we are leaving, when he comes home from the TV show, we are heading to Las Vegas today. So we don't know what time we're taking off. It depends on what time he gets off of work today. If he gets off at 10 o'clock, we're going to be leaving here.
We're going to overnight to Vegas. We're going to drive out.
So definitely follow along on our stories. We have lots of adventures to share this weekend, and it should be super fun.
Oh, yes, definitely. And I'm seeing all our friends are here. Hello, Steph Calzona, Simply Sipwana.
Hi.
Sorry for missing the show last night. We promise we'll come to the next one.
We had to get up early. He's filming a TV show today, but we promise you're amazing. We love you. It has nothing to do with you. We'll come see you next time.
Yes, definitely. So the reason we're heading to Vegas is for a couple of reasons, actually. The biggest reason of all is Adam's grandparents live there.
Yeah, so my grandpa is 95, my grandma is 93. They both live in Las Vegas. My dad lives out there, and we're going to surprise them.
Yeah.
So my grandfather was one of the producers on a very popular musical in the 60s called Man of La Mancha. And there's going to be this small production of it in a park in Las Vegas. And he is going to see it. It's the first time he's seen it in like 40, 50 years. And we're going to surprise him. He doesn't know we're coming out there, but we are driving to Vegas no matter what time he gets off.
Yep.
And the show's tomorrow. We're going to surprise him in the park. And it's going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be very special.
So cool.
So we're doing that tonight. So we're going to definitely have stories all weekend. So follow along and follow along our Vegas adventures. It should be really fun.
What happens in Vegas stays on our stories. So so you guys will be able to see it first.
Definitely. So a bit of more news before we get started. We also today have a takeover of the Feed Stories happening. If you saw our Instagram today, we posted a cocktail called the Peach and Love. Peach and Love, man.
Peach and Love.
It's a delicious cocktail made with fresh peaches and peach-infused vodka, and it's really, really good. And we're taking over the Feed Stories today for a monthly happy hour with Husbands That Cook. So that's going to be up a little bit later today, so definitely go check it out. We did something different this week.
Yeah, you definitely have to head over to the Feed's Instagram and check it out. We posted the recipe on our blog, so after this show's over, you can head over, you can make the cocktail, and for dessert, you can have these delicious cookies to go with it.
Exactly, and that's a good segue. I'm going to tell you about what we're making today.
Yes.
We are making easy chocolate hazelnut cookies from this cookbook. It's probably backwards from your view, but it's called Sweet and Simple. It's by Christina Lane. She runs the account Dessert for Two, which is a gorgeous account full of incredible treats that you're going to want to eat all of them.
Let's show people at home some of the recipes in here. The photographs are gorgeous. The recipes look incredibly scrumptious.
And the cool thing about it is that it's called Dessert for Two. So the whole idea of this is that these are small desserts that you can make for 2 to 4 people. And that way you're not making an enormous cake or a whole tray of brownies or whole dozens of cookies. This recipe makes 6 cookies. So, you can have 3 and 3 each, or 4 and 2, or feel free to share it with anybody. But they're small servings, which is really great, and it makes it so there's no leftovers. You don't feel like you have to eat all these cookies. It's a great idea for a cookbook.
It is, and the cookies are thin and chewy and rich and chocolatey and filled with Nutella, and they're fantastic. They're super easy. It's 1 bowl, 5 ingredients, 6 if you include the salt.
Yeah.
And
they bake for like 10 minutes.
They're incredibly easy and
super easy.
super delicious. So definitely something to try this weekend along with our peach and love cocktail.
Exactly. Yeah. So the full recipe for these cookies is actually on our Instagram. If you go to yesterday's post, we have a picture of some delicious chocolate cookies, and the recipe is in there.
Such a cool cookbook. This was actually the first recipe that we've made for it, and we can't wait to try others because these cookies were so phenomenal.
It's so good. We actually these cookies are the second recipe in the book. And as soon as we're turning the pages, and as soon as we saw it, we're like, okay, we're done.
That's it.
We're making these. Like as
Look
soon
at
as we
this
saw.
cover, you guys. Isn't that pretty?
Isn't that cute? Oh, it's like perfect for like two people. The hearts. It's so adorable. I love it.
So that's what we're doing today: cocktails and cookies.
Yes, I think we're doing things right over here.
Yes, and Vegas.
And Vegas in one weekend.
What a day! What a day!
Should we mention this one other thing before we get started?
Okay, more news, but it's all
One more
good.
news.
See, this is the kind of news that you guys should be watching.
Yes.
Tune in to Husbands That Cook every Friday at noon, and you guys have good news.
Good news, yes.
We will never talk about anything negative. We're here talking about fruit and chocolate and cocktails and vacations and sunshine. That's what you get when you watch Husbands That Cook.
Exactly. So, with that in mind,
some pretty exciting news. I don't know if you saw our Instagram post the other day, but we are going to be in an upcoming issue of Bake From Scratch magazine. It's a gorgeous magazine. We see it at our Whole Foods all the time, but we are featured in it.
Yeah! There's a holiday issue coming out in October. It's all holiday cookies, and this issue was put out in collaboration with the Feed. So I believe there's like some 20 or 30 different bloggers who all are Feed editors who all submitted recipes, and they all have recipes in here. And one of them is ours. And there's also a photo shoot that happened at our house. We had a cookie exchange with a bunch of other people, and there's going to be pictures from our house in the magazine, which is so cool. We're really excited.
It's pretty cool.
Yes.
And you can pre-order it. I think the link is on our website.
Yes, the link's on our website. You can pre-order it right now, and it's going to come out in October, and we're really excited to see it.
Let's get started on these cookies.
Yes, let's get started on cookies.
I don't know if you guys can hear that sound in the background. That was my stomach growling. You know, we have this book open to page 1, the first recipe. We're ready to get started.
Yeah, we need to have breakfast, and obviously cookies are how we have breakfast.
That's how we do it here.
So like we said, this recipe has 5 ingredients. It's super, super easy. Everything goes in one bowl.
If you have 10 minutes, you have time to make these cookies.
Exactly.
You may even have all the ingredients in your pantry right now. For those Nutella fans like us, we happen to have, a couple jars in there at all times. But if you don't, that's all you got to do is run to the store, get a jar of Nutella. I'm sure you have flour and egg and sugar and a little salt. So as you can see, it's super easy.
Very, very easy. So all we're going to do is we're just going to put this Nutella in this bowl here. And today we're actually making a half recipe. So even though we said that this recipe only makes 6 cookies, today we're making even smaller, and we're just gonna make 3.
Normally we would make more, but we are leaving town today, and so we don't want cookies sitting around.
Exactly, and we could bring them in the car, but they might melt. So anyway, we're gonna make a half batch today, and obviously sampling Nutella is a very important part of it. So we have our Nutella here. We have this is just 2 tablespoons of sugar.
And what's great about this cookie recipe, and a lot of cookie recipes, is everything just goes in one bowl. You mix 5 ingredients together, mix it up, put them in the oven for 10 minutes, and you are on your way to cookie... I'm trying to think of another word that starts with C. Cookie paradise.
Let's start with a C. But okay, so now we'll do a little tip here. We love to do tips here on Husbands That Cook.
Yes.
The original recipe calls for 1 egg, which we have here. So we're doing a half recipe, so that would be half an egg.
I'm really curious to see how this is going to happen.
So
here.
how do you do half an egg?
How do you do half an egg?
Can't cut it in half. So what I usually do...
Sylvia, do you know how to do a half an egg? I think we have an assistant here. Our assistant is ready to give us some advice. Sylvia.
Look who is here.
We have an assistant cook with us today. This is Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia.
Say hello to our audience. Look. These are our friends.
This is our kitty Sylvia. She's about 7 years old. We found her at the Pasadena Humane Society.
That's Sylvia,
She's so
our little
sweet.
sweetheart. She's about 7 years old now.
Yeah.
She's very shy around new people, so if you ever come over, she may hiss at you, but please don't take offense to it.
Exactly. I saw Sandra's Easy Cooking just asked, could you use a mixture of Nutella and peanut butter?
Ooh.
I think that's a really good idea. I feel like you could definitely try it. Let us know how it turns out, because I feel like it would be a similar thing, and it might add a nice kind of peanutty flavor.
Sounds wonderful. I would definitely try that. Great idea. That's what I love about this show. It's like we are learning from you. It's like it's a a shared community. Like, we give tips, you guys are always giving us tips, and we've learned a lot from these last few months that we've been doing this show.
It's super fun.
It's super fun.
I love how collaborative it is.
I love seeing everyone's comments. We have a laptop set up in front of us so we can see what you're saying. If you have any questions, feel free to run it by us. You can ask us anything. Today, anything goes.
Oh, Kat Dillon says, I love my grand cat.
Hi, Mom. Kat Dillon is my mom. If you want, you can say hello to Julie out in Calabasas.
Oh, Cookie Cloud 9. That's a good one. We were trying to think of a C word to go to
That's
Cookie.
Great.
Cookie Cloud 9. That's a good one.
We need to edit our post and add that in there.
So, as we were saying before, this recipe uses half an egg. So, how do you do that? Well, I cracked an egg into a little dish like this, and I mixed it up. And this isn't very exact, but you just pour about half of it out. And then that's your half an egg. So I'm just gonna go like this, pour about half out.
There you go.
And then see, there's still about half left, and you can use that for another purpose. And yes, we have half an egg in there. We have a little bit of flour, not much, it's about 2 tablespoons.
This is genius. Christina, I don't know if you're watching, but your book is amazing. This recipe is amazing. And I hope that everybody that's watching gets to try these cookies this weekend.
Yes.
Because they are delicious.
Delicious, and probably the easiest cookies we've ever made. They're so simple.
Hence the name, Easy Chocolate Hazelnut Cookies.
So we have our Nutella, we have our flour. I think the comments just went off.
Okay.
There we go. There. So we have our Nutella, sugar, half an egg, and flour. We're gonna just kind of mix that together until it's all blended.
It's so cool that this is going to turn into a cookie. Isn't that strange? You just put these on a baking sheet, put them in the oven, and then this is going to be a cookie?
Yes, it almost, as you can tell, it's very thin. It's a very thin batter. It's almost like brownie batter. And that's kind of like, because these cookies are almost like brownies. They're rich and fudgy inside.
Chewy.
And they have, chewy, kind of crispy edges. And it is almost like a brownie batter.
Hello, Packed with Style. She says, do you ever experiment with vegan recipes? All the time. So we're both vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 28 years.
17 years here for me.
And we do a lot of vegan recipes. So yeah, you can check our blog. You can search under vegan. The last few weeks we've done a handful.
Yeah, we did some vegan chocolate chip cookies. We did vegan pavlovas. We did
waffles.
Vegan waffles. Yeah, we love eating vegan. So we do it all the time. The last ingredient that we're going to add here is some chopped chocolate. And you can definitely use chocolate chips if you have them. One thing we like to do sometimes when we're making cookies is instead of chocolate chips, we'll use chopped chocolate, because that way you get kind of a variety of sizes. You get some bigger chunks, you get some smaller chunks, and so every bite is a little bit different.
And you can use semi-sweet chocolate,
Yep.
You can use dark chocolate, you can use white chocolate, whatever kind you like.
Ooh, white chocolate would be interesting.
It would. This recipe calls for semi-sweet, and that's what we're doing today. But we actually have made this recipe a couple times, and we did it with dark chocolate, and it was fabulous.
Yes, yeah, so definitely it's very flexible, it's adaptable. Let's see. So we have our nice chopped chocolate here that you can see. We have a nice mix of sizes. We have some like kind of bigger chunks there, which I really like.
And congrats to Packed with Style for 60 days vegan. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, nice.
That's
Congratulations. Great. Okay. So
there's so many great recipes out there these days for being vegan. I think it's a lot easier in this day and age to do it than it was. There's so many alternatives and new things coming out, and we're learning so much all the time about it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we just learned the other week about using aquafaba for egg whites. We used
flax eggs.
Flax eggs. Yeah. There's so many like great options out there to adapt recipes and make them vegan. It's super easy.
So now that all the ingredients are mixed in a bowl, these just go on a pan and bake for about 10 to 12 minutes.
Yep.
And then you've got cookies.
Yes.
Chocolate hazelnut cookies.
It's so easy. So now we have this salt here, but we're gonna wait to add the salt to the very, very end. And once they come out of the oven, that way it looks pretty, and you just get those nice like crunchy salt flakes on top, and it's like the perfect balance to the sweet chocolate. It's so good.
This is just 5 ingredients. The salt is the 6th. I don't know. Some people count it as an ingredient. I don't know what to do, but
in the cookies themselves, it's only 5.
5 ingredients in the cookie itself. And some of you may not want the salt on top. I mean, we personally love it. I think it adds a really nice texture and flavor to the chocolate chip cookies.
I agree.
I like it.
Yes, it's a great idea. So, here, do you want to hand me that cookie sheet there?
Yes, and Lainey, Life is But a Dish, just joined. Hello, Lainey.
Hello, Lainey.
Nice to have you here. She is also a Los Angeles blogger and lives fairly close to us. And she was on our show a month or 2 ago.
It was super fun.
And it was super fun. We'll have to have you back.
So we're about to put the cookie dough on the baking sheet, but as we mentioned already, the batter's very thin, like a brownie batter. So instead of picking it up and rolling it into balls, which obviously will not work, you just kind of scoop it.
Somebody asked if we know the Korean vegan. We love the Korean vegan.
Yeah, Joanne's
and
amazing.
We're so excited because we get to meet her in person next month. This
Yes.
is more news, but we're flying out to Baltimore next month for this convention,
Yes.
and she's going to be there, and we're super psyched to meet her.
Yes, we are
in person.
super excited.
I love following her account. She's so much fun.
Okay, so we have this. As you can see, it's very, almost like cake batter. It's very thin, but trust me,
They come out
They will
perfect.
come out
Perfect.
perfectly.
Yeah, don't get worried when it looks so liquidy and thin like this, because once they come out of the oven in about 10 minutes, they completely change.
yes, they get crackly and fudgy and crispy edges, and they are delicious.
And Baking the Goods is another account that I just want to mention. She's here watching today. She was part of
Oh yes,
the holiday cookie shoot for this Bake From Scratch magazine.
Yeah,
She's a
she's at our house.
phenomenal photographer, a great cook. Her cookies were amazing.
they were.
And she's a sweetheart. So yes, definitely go check her out, Baking the Goods.
Yes.
In
So
Santa Barbara.
yes. So there we go. It's all done. You can see we have 3 beautiful puddles of delicious cookie dough, or cookie batter almost.
Yeah, it does. It almost looks like a chocolate pancake.
It does. Oh, that's a good idea. Chocolate pancakes.
Chocolate hazelnut pancakes.
But anyway, so these are going to go in the oven, like you said, for about 10 to 12 minutes, and that's it. So, should we put them in our special oven?
We have a special oven. I think a lot of you that are watching today know about our special oven. We do have some new viewers today, so we might as well refresh your memory. So we have a Hollywood oven.
Yes.
We live in Eagle Rock, California. We are about 15 minutes from downtown LA, and we're very close to Hollywood, and all the people around the area have Hollywood ovens, Hollywood appliances.
It's just what we do here.
It's because, they're used a lot for the movies, and you'll see why in just about a second. These ovens cook our food in seconds. So let's
It's a magic
watch
oven.
how quick our Hollywood oven bakes these easy chocolate hazelnut cookies from Christina Lane's beautiful 3rd new cookbook, Sweet and Simple. Here we go.
Here we go,
Hollywood
into the oven.
oven, do your magic.
Ooh, I can feel the heat.
Woo!
How's so hot?
Hot.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this. Hollywood comes to
And
the rescue
they're
again.
done! I don't know if you can see the texture on these. I'm gonna try to get as close as possible. They're crinkly, they have crispy edges, fudgy centers, and they are incredible. So as soon as they come out of the oven while they're still warm, you wanna get some nice flaky sea salt. You wanna do one too?
Yes.
And just sprinkle that over the top. Don't need too much, of course, just enough to get that delicious contrast with the sweet chocolate. And that's it. The cookies are done.
Hi, Becky. Hi, Displaced Housewife.
Hello.
We're so happy for you. She is nominated for a Saveur Award this year for Best Baking. I think the voting is now open,
Yes.
so definitely vote for Becky at Displaced Housewife for Best Baking for the Saveur 2017 nominations.
Yes.
She is a incredibly talented baker, a super human being, super funny, incredibly talented, and we love her. Congratulations, Displaced Housewife.
Yes, it's so fun. And I'm just seeing other people. Rab Cooks is here. Hello,
Yes,
Ryan. Good to see you. So the cookies are done, and they have salt on them, and I'm doing my best to not just start eating them right this second. Should we take a taste?
We should take a taste, and as soon as we're done taking a bite, he has to run off and film a TV show.
Yes.
And we can't announce what it is yet, but when he comes home from that, we are getting in a car and driving to Las Vegas.
Driving to Vegas tonight.
So you may be off this afternoon, you may be off at 10 o'clock, we don't know. But
Watch our stories.
Watch our stories, come along with us to Vegas, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it should be really fun. Should we try these?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Easy chocolate hazelnut cookies from Christina Lane's book, Sweet and Simple.
Go check her out at Dessert for Two on Instagram
Oh
and
my God.
dessertfor2.com.
I'm so
Should we try it? Here we go.
excited.
Oh my God.
I wish you guys could taste this texture.
It's like you took a brownie and just kind of smushed it down.
That's a perfect description.
It's like a mix between a cookie and a brownie.
It is.
It's so good. And the salt really makes it. I really, really recommend adding the salt. That's so good. Thank you, Christina, for this amazing
you.
recipe. For the full recipe, well, you should buy her book.
Yes.
You should definitely buy her book because it's amazing. But for this cookie recipe, you can go to our Instagram post that we posted yesterday, picture of the cookies with 2 bites taken out. And you can get the full recipe there. Somebody asked what kind of salt. We just use any kind of flaky sea salt. We use Malden, but any flaky sea salt will work.
Yes, and today also on the Feeds Instagram page,
yes,
we are taking over their account
yeah,
and making the Peach and Love cocktail. So definitely head over there and check it out. There's some surprises in store for you.
Yes, it should be a fun video.
We dressed up a little bit differently for this video.
Yes, we may have been wearing some interesting clothing options. So
we made ourselves.
Yes, it's true. We handmade the clothes that you're going to see us wearing in that video.
So go to the feed, check it out, and start your weekend off with a Peach and Love cocktail. And then for dessert, you have some chocolate hazelnut cookies from Christina's book.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I gotta go run, I gotta go be on a TV show, and then we're gonna go to Vegas. It sounds like a fun weekend to me.
It sounds like a great weekend. I'm Adam.
I'm Ryan.
You're watching Friday Live with Husbands That Cook. Thank you for all your comments and your support. We love having you with us every week.
This is so fun. We look forward to it all week long.
Truly.
Seriously.
Truly.
And yeah, we'll see you next week. Back to our regularly scheduled time, I would assume, back at noon. And next Friday, and we will see you then.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone.
From Eagle Rock, California, Husbands That Cook, signing out.
Bye, guys.
Peach and Love.
Peach and love.